Welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be solving July 11 question, reverse substring between each pair of parentheses. So let's say given a string that contains a balanced pair of parentheses, we want to reverse from the innermost one and then invert it without returning bracket, right? So if let's say we give an ABCD in the parentheses, want to return DCBA. Let's say we given this, we want to first invert this to be EVOL, and then we want to invert all this together and then become I love you. Yep. So I'll prepare slides again. Okay. So let's say we're given ABCD, want to return this. You love I. We want to first invert the first pair of parentheses inside and then invert to this. So same here, and then we get a leak code. Right, so initialization, we want to initialize a stack, which is deck, and then we initialize a result array. So example first, there are three cases. One, when you hit a open parenthesis, a close parenthesis, and a character. So first, if you hit a open parenthesis, we'll append this length of the result. So the length of result now is 0, so just append 0. If we get E, this is a character, we just add E to the result, add D to the result, and then when we see open parenthesis again, since the length of the result is 2, we append 2. And then we get on E and T. Oh, I think I missed a T. Right. And then when we get to another open parenthesis, we append again the size of the length. The reason why we're doing so is that we know when is the starting point we want to revert the thing, right? So let's say this is the innermost. We hit the innermost open parenthesis. When we get 0 and O and C, when we hit the closing parenthesis, we can pop the length out, which is 4. And then we can go here, which is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, the index at 4. And then we can revert anything starting from 4 onward. So we can see that OC is here, and then we can invert this to be CO, which is what we want for innermost parenthesis. And then we move on to the next parenthesis, right? The next closing parenthesis will give you pop out a 2. Means that this is the index 2, and that means we want to invert starting from here, ETCO, and then we want to invert to OCTE. Right. So this is the same as in the before, right? You can see this is OCTE when we're done reverting. When we get from ETCO, we want to revert to OCTE, right? So we pull out 2, and then we get OCTE, and then we move on. So now you have EDOCTE, and then you add E, and then you add L. When you reach the last closing parenthesis, you pull up 0, means that you want to invert the whole thing that's starting from 0. So you can do this. All right, let's walk through example together. I don't know how to draw, so I just use Google Slide, and then I can just with everyone. So this is the you love I case, where in the beginning your DAG is a 0. You move to the next one. Oh, why is it copy? Okay, and then since this is you add a U here, and then you move here. Oh, why is it copy? Okay. 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 You move here. You get a C. You can open parentheses. Now your result is 1. So append 1. And then, oh, interesting. Right. And you move this here, and then you append L. And then you move all the way LOVE until the closing one. So now you have LOVE. Right. Now you're hitting the closing parenthesis. So you pop out 1. And then that means that you're starting from here 1 onward, and you want to revert all this thing. So your new result will be U and then E V O L. And then you go on here and then you see this is I. So you just append I, and then at the end you hit the closing parenthesis, so you pop this out, and then you get 0. You get this out, closing parenthesis, and then you pop 0 out, and then you get this, and then you invert the whole thing. So now if you invert it, you'll see this is I love you. All right, so let's dive into the code. So first I initialize sec to be a deck, and then the result equals empty array. So for character in S, I want to, if the character is equals to the open parenthesis, I want to append it, the stack append the length of the result. If it is the closing parenthesis, then I want to pop the first element out. And then my result from the starting point to the end will need to be reversed. The last case is where it's just a normal character, and then you want to append it to your result. At the end, you just want to return, because it's an array of character, you just want to join them and then return them as a string. Let's run it, pass the case, and then submit. All right, 36 milliseconds, it's 54.02%, and then this will be off, and because we just run through the length of the string once. All right, thanks for watching the video. See you all tomorrow.